What's going on? Adam Taxin here at Canal Street in
Complete meltdown. Cam couldn't put the team on his back.
Yeah, and they were other teams were purposely putting Cam on his back, correct? But was it satisfying to see what happened to Atlanta in the Super Bowl?
He wasn't a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah. Okay. And what are you looking for at Mardi Gras? You gonna meet a lot of ladies? What's the goal here? Gonna earn a lot of beads?
We're gonna find a wife.
You're gonna find a wife. So what's your strategy for finding a wife here?
Milk.
Someone with a husband.
All right. Perfect. Well, that's you. Often the most eligible type.
Or a husband.
All right. Enjoy. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. We're now a block from Mardi Gras. Someone let me know. Is this audio working? Leonard, anyone, someone tell me that the audio is working, please. Should I end this and try it again? Interesting. Leonard Goffey, please confirm that the audio is out. I made a change before I go down Bourbon Street and give you my report. Fortunately, it was just me talking. So you don't want to drive on Bourbon Street right now. Anyone? My audio, working or not? What's that? Yeah, I'm having problems with my audio here. Maybe I can lip read you. Maybe people can lip read. But this ain't working too well. Near Philly.
How long you been down?
A couple hours since last night.
How long you staying?
Do you mind being on video? I don't like to put people on. Till next week.
So you gonna be down for Mardi Gras?
Of course. If I'm not sick of it or if I'm not in jail by then, who knows? You know it. You know it. Kennedy, is this working? Kennedy, Pincus. Someone let me know that this is working. Hold on, I'm going to text someone. I'm going to just do a test here. Interview you, but like, I don't know if the sound is on. Okay, the sound is working. Tell me about yourself. Excellent.
About me?
You know what? Okay, it's stopped. Okay, I'm restarting. Okay, it's working. Great. What's your name?
My name is, people call me Rocky.
Rocky. And I'm from Philadelphia, so we're familiar with Rocky.
I'm from New Orleans.
You're from New Orleans, okay.
Deep South, born and raised.
So Mardi Gras is no big deal to you, right?
No, Mardi Gras is the turn-up day.
Okay, this is
Big
for
Tuesday. This every day.
This is basically for amateurs, right?
Yeah.
You think people
For
are silly who
tourists.
you come down here?
It's for tourists, you
Yeah.
know. Have their nice little time in New Orleans. Get drunk, you know, have fun.
Yeah.
And go back home.
You make fun of them like here because they're kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, you know. You know,
Tell
they
me,
be
tell me a
dancing.
funny story about
They
this.
be dancing, they be drunk, you know. They be just having fun.
Right.
You know, like people usually having fun. That's how it's supposed to be instead of fighting,
Yeah.
going to jail and all that. You're
Yeah.
having fun, getting along.
Cool. Well, nice talking to you.
Nice
And thank you
talking
for the
to
help
you.
before.
You're welcome.
Okay, now apparently my sound is working, so I'm going to give you a little report from here on Bourbon Street. I'll get a little further up, get a little bit better of a view. Roxy was very helpful. I'm going to have to get a new microphone. This is pissing me off. But we're going to start with Jack Posobiec. Sorry for the delay. His analysis of Trump. Now it smells a little bit like urine here, nothing like it will be later, but not the greatest smell you can imagine here. I gotta check one more thing, make sure my this is what the big networks don't have to go through, but I'm getting your connection is weak. So not a good idea to drive here on Bourbon Street. Just want to get a block or so into it, and then I'm going to give you my report. Here's me, doing fine. There you go. People are already getting their drink on. It's about 12:45. I'm calling it the midday report, but it is a little bit after the official midday, which is halfway between the sunrise and the sunset. And I think that was at 12:13 here today in the Central Time Zone. All right, now we see the fun beginning. People are throwing beads. I want that as a backdrop. Again, no ladies who are removing some clothes are going to get frostbite. It's about 77 degrees. Isn't this a great hat? Okay. Let's take a look. People are... Yo, are you from Philly? MB?
Yeah.
Come here, I need to talk to you guys. Okay. Where in Philly are you from?
Collegeville.
Collegeville. Oh, you're from Montgomery County.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Are you happy with Joel Embiid's play here in recent weeks?
Well, he's been hurt, but I love him.
Okay. You like my hat?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think is the least awful team in Philadelphia right now?
The least awful?
Yeah.
Shit, that's a tough one.
I know. All right. We got a connection. I don't think I know it went dead. I think we had a connection issue because I didn't charge my Wi-Fi enough. I think it's probably working a little bit better now. Thank you for those of you who are updating me. So let's go through the news as I continually show you what's going on in Bourbon Street. We'll start off. You can see people throwing beads out of the patios. It's a nice view, and this is the perfect place, I would guess. Oh man, worst habit. Worst habit of mine. I really got to get the hang of this. Okay, I tend to put my fingers up. This is why I'm sort of in spring training for the sunset report, the midday report, the sunrise report, etc. What I'm trying to do here, which has been enabled by the rapid changes in live streaming technology. The media monopoly is over. Okay, with all that in mind, let's talk about what Jack Posobiec, who's one of the guys who was banned from CPAC, had to say about CPAC. This is an excellent analysis, and you're only getting it here. So Jack Posobiec, who I spoke to a couple times the last few days, he, along with people like Paul Joseph Watson, Mike Cernovich, was basically asked not to be at CPAC. So he wrote me this update, and this includes about President Trump's speech today. 1 second. Just want to get a better grip of this. Things tend to get stolen here. So what Jack Posobiec wrote to me is the following. He wrote, so far, after 2 days in 2017, CPAC speakers have talked about rebuilding the military and fighting the media, but none of the core messages of the Trump movement, hello again, none of the core messages of the Trump movement have been heard. Immigration, jobs, and taking the fight to ISIS. Attendance is down, and energy is low. And that's something that was echoed by Kathy Barnett, who I spoke to yesterday. She's there. She's been meeting a lot of people, got some great pictures. I haven't checked what she's had to say yet today, but we spoke yesterday a couple times, and she was helpful, maybe just once yesterday. And she said that as well, even though she actually is there. So Jack Posobiec continues by writing, in 2011, Trump was not invited to speak, but stormed the stage anyway. He was booed by the crowd and organizers and received less than 5% in the CPAC straw poll for president. Lisa DePasquale, former executive director of CPAC, didn't support Trump, and she said she only, quote, felt comfortable when Trump appointed establishment members to his cabinet. She then criticized the president's so-called demeanor and his so-called, and also in quotes, tweeting. CPAC supporter Michael Moynihan in 2011 remarked, is Donald Trump gay? In 2013 and 2014, even Breitbart was uninvited to CPAC, along with Pamela Geller and Frank Gaffney. Now, Gateway Pundit, who I know, Jim Hoft, has an excellent story about all this. It's called, you can look it up at the Gateway Pundit, it's fairly near the top. CPAC 2017 tells Trump supporters to kiss off. Loads up speaking lists with hashtag Never Trumpers. Let's get a better angle here. And that's updated. So Jack Posobiec continues. And just as we assumed, CPAC loaded the roster with committed never-Trumpers and ignored the grassroots supporters and websites that got Republican President Donald Trump elected. After all these principled conservatives, that's in quotes, planned to walk out protest last year for Donald Trump, Trump withdrew from the conference, but the crowd did give big spender Paul Ryan a standing ovation. That's CPAC. Again, this is what Jack Posobiec wrote to me for my report. Wish he could be here. He'd be fun to be at Mardi Gras. Jack Posobiec continues. This year, CPAC ignored many of the top Trump supporters who helped get him elected. These top election influencers will not be speaking at CPAC despite their work to get Trump elected. Here's who he lists. again from Jack Pasovic, Matt Drudge, Ann Coulter, Gavin McInnes, Mike Cernovich, Milo Yiannopoulos, who we know a lot about, Stefan Molyneux, does great videos online. Check him out on YouTube. I have to spell that name. Even though we're in the French Quarter and it's a French name, French names need to be spelled out. It's Stefan, S-T-E-F-A-N. Molyneux is M-O-L-Y-N-E-U-X. Bill Mitchell, who is there, by the way, but is not invited to speak. He was allowed to actually set foot in there. Paul Joseph Watson, Jack Pasovic, who I'm getting this information from. InfoWars, Gateway Pundit is there. That's a little bit of a misconception. Gateway Pundit Jim Huff just isn't into going to that. He thinks it's kind of boring, but his reporter, Lucian Wintrich, from the White House, who covers the White House. Congratulations once more, Jim and the Gateway Pundit, about getting credentials. They are not there, but that's, well, actually, no, that one's wrong. Lucian is there. WikiLeaks is not there. Rebel Media is not there. In response, what are these grassroots leaders doing? They are holding a bull moose party event in Washington, D.C. tonight to celebrate the victory and discuss plans to grow and expand the Trump roots into the 2018 elections. So that's some information from Jack Pasovic. You can, I don't know, maybe you can still get tickets to the Bull Moose Party. It's certainly going to be a party here in New Orleans, but I am not going to be here. I'm going to be in the suburb of Metairie where a lot of Jews are. It's the Jewish Sabbath, but I'll be trying to come here Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, however long I can take being in New Orleans. Now, he also points out Roger Stone is not there. That's predictable enough. You know, he's the kind of guy who, you know, Trump was probably very close with during the campaign, but didn't want to have much to do with after the campaign. Okay, let's look a little bit more at Mardi Gras. Then I'm going to get to what Jack Pasovic wrote to me as the main notes on the Trump speech. So let me take you down the street. This is crazy. I want you to get a sense of it. The visual. As soon as I get to the next block, I will continue with what Jack Pasovic had to say. I may talk to some interesting people on the way. Hi. Okay, now it's considered cool and prestigious. You're in the in crowd if you're on a patio. I've gone up there a few times. What's up? Okay, you can get beads on the floor. The streets have been clean since the morning, so they're probably okay today. Let's get a look at your beads. All right. Happy Mardi Gras. Who wants to say something on live stream? So this is the thing. Attaching beads, which probably cost about 0.05 cents to make in China per bead, but it's a big deal. Baseballs are probably worth more. Pat Carfagno has a comment here, by the way. I gotta be loud. CPAC, more beads on the ground. CPAC was never really CPAC the way we think of it. It was an invention involving Grover Norquist, who has ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, there are various, the beads I'm wearing are this color gold, but you see different shades of gold, even though the purple and the green tend to be the same color, like these colors right here. Okay, moving on here. Happy Mardi Gras. When we get to the next block, I'm going to continue with my report about, we got a bar, the bars are full, I guess maybe people were eating lunch here. We got a Coors Light truck, the beer's got to come from somewhere. More of the cool crowd up there throwing beads at the little people, like, oh, I almost got that one. Hey, can you smile for my live stream? What's your name?
Tony.
Tony, and where are you here from?
I live here, local.
So you want to do your French Quarter before it gets too crazy at night? Is that how it works?
Exactly.
Tell me an interesting French Quarter story.
Oh my gosh.
Or an interesting Mardi Gras. What's
well,
up?
This is one.
Hi, how are you?
Did you two meet here?
We did.
And live happily ever after? Okay, Funky Tug. Is that true? Really? You guys
So,
met?
do you know about the Friday before Mardi Gras?
No, I don't know much about it at all, but that's an interesting top you're wearing. Is that for breast cancer awareness?
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's very thoughtful of you. Okay. I don't know, I mean, I know it's the Friday before Mardi Gras. I know every day is kind of the same, a big party here.
So all the crews have lunchtime events at the
Okay.
restaurants in the French Quarter. And they all get these balconies and throw beads. And a lot of them make things like the bustiers are made by
I mean,
this
honestly,
one group.
you couldn't have gotten like at least B cups there?
Yeah, no, it's all fancy. They're crazy ones. Down the street, you're going to see all these different crews. My friend is in one called the Divas.
Right.
And they make bustiers and they throw them to you. So, go out and catch them.
Cool. And a crew, by the way, is a social club. Now, so everyone has to be pretty like money to be in this social
No,
club.
no.
How does it work?
No, you just have to be able to participate.
Sorry. Oh, they got me.
You have to have an interest. You have to have an interest. You have to be able to participate. Tony's in one.
Two.
Oh, tell me about your social club.
The Disco Amigos. We're co-ed. There's 100 of us. We dance disco.
Whoa.
Ages 21 to 72.
Okay, wait. So, can I talk to you about disco? Or are you a big
Yes.
disco fan?
Yes.
Keep talking loud. I have a loud voice because it's very loud here, and my microphone wasn't
Yeah.
working properly. So, did you ever go? Well, you're too young to have gone to Studio 54.
No, but I know of Studio 54.
You know about it.
Yes.
What are the first song when you think if I were old enough to go to Studio 54? This is what I would like to hear. For me, it's "Love Hangover" by Diana Ross. To me, that's a quintessential Studio 54 type song.
Donna Summer. Anything by Donna Summer.
Well, not really, because some of those songs weren't disco. Like "She Works Hard for the Money" isn't really disco.
Last Dance.
Last Dance certainly is.
Yeah. We do things like Boogie Wonderland.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What do you mean you do things like
Our
that?
dances.
Oh.
DiscoAmigos.com.
DiscoAmigos.com.
Amigo.
DiscoAmigo.com.
Yes.
Are there any more parties this weekend that I could get myself
Yes,
invited
we're
to?
in the crew of Tux tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Tomorrow? Okay.
And we stop and do line dances, and you can jump in and do it with us.
Wait, I'm hearing a report. Someone is saying you sound like you're from Philly, which is where I'm from.
wish.
You're from New Orleans.
I am from New Orleans. I'm actually from Alabama.
Okay.
But I have a place here.
What's your feeling on Disco Duck by Rick Dees? You
I
haven't
don't
done that
know
one
that
yet.
one.
Okay. Just curious.
And I'm in the Mystic Crew of Nyx. We're goddesses.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to me today.
Yes, have a great day.
Look at that. Hold on. We got to get that outfit on. This way. This way. We got to get the people to look. Interesting outfits you hear at Mardi Gras. You're on live. Wave to us. Oh, I caught that one, baby. All right, we're going to move on and continue with the coverage of Trump's speech as people throw beads at other people here on Bourbon Street. So I got another bead. I'm only putting on beads that either out on the floor on the ground at 6 a.m. today when I figured the streets were relatively clean and they weren't that filthy, or that I catch while holding this in another hand. You see a lot more dudes than women. You got some guys doing ice cream. Are they putting on some sort of show here? No, I don't think so. There must be some show going on. Okay, I guess they're not performing yet. This is what you kind of see. A little tap dancing. Cool. See the money? My hands are full right now. I'm gonna get you on the way back. Thank you. Okay, can we see your bunny ears? I gotta get a little clip of that. Now, is that a fertility thing? Because rabbits are very fertile and you're trying to advertise it? Oh, okay, you caught that. You caught the bunny. Hello. Whoa, that's quite a few beads. I have a question. Have you run into the problem of, like, at the end of the day, if you put on many more beads than that, they get kind of stuck around you? Because I've been there.
I've been there before. It's a problem.
Like, I think you can probably get maybe 50% more before it becomes a problem with those.
Okay.
I mean, what would you think? But how do you deal with that situation? I mean, is it frustrating when you're drunk and you finally get home to have to spend another 10 minutes at 4 a.m.?
That is true.
Yeah.
But I can just drop these off and then I can add more later.
Okay. Now, do you ever get rid of some of the more less prestigious beads and just say, I only want good ones?
No. Any beads are good beads.
all the time.
All beads all the time. Okay.
Any beads are worth $1 million.
Where are you? Worth $1 million? I'm not paying $1 million for those. I probably wouldn't even pay 30 cents for them. But where are you guys here from?
Missouri.
Missouri. What part?
Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield, in the middle. So that's where they call it Missouri and not Missouri, right?
No one should ever call it Missouri.
But don't they do that in
Arkansas?
Don't they do that in Kansas City though? Don't they call it Missouri?
I don't know. There's shitheads up there. So.
Springfield is out. Wait, that's where the Missouri State University is?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's a university.
okay, there was a girl from my high school who was really smart, who's a professor there. Hillary Williamson?
I don't know that person.
I don't know what her last name. She got married, so I don't know what her last name is. I think it's something in the arts, like,
Not us.
you know who went there? Ryan Howard, the former Phillies first baseman. I think he went to Missouri. He did go there.
Yeah.
Are you sad that this is the first spring training in a while where he's not participating? I don't think any teams picked him up. You don't really care.
No, not a big Big.
So, are you two together, or did you meet down here?
Yeah.
So, like, you go to your boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah.
What's that like, coming here, like, boyfriend and girlfriend? Does it bring your relationship closer? Because you say all these other
having a
people
good
feeling
time.
loose, and we're still together. What?
Just here to have a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to me.
Have a good day.
Okay, you see another crew up here. You see some really good costumes up there. When we get to the end of this block, I'm going to continue with what Trump had to say over at CPAC today. In fact, I'm going to get this as a background, and we see a nice bar. But well, I'm going to use this as my backdrop and find my other phone, my iPod 5.0, which is useful at least for being able to read from. Okay, this is what Jack Posobiec, who is so helpful, who was such a good part of the Trump campaign. Follow him on Twitter, Posobiec. No disrespect, but some of those complicated Polish names you have to spell out sometimes. And here are his notes on the highlights of the Trump speech a few hours ago. He said, "Great to be back," with a wink. He also said, "I said yes to coming to speak because I didn't want Matt Schlapp. He said, I didn't want Matt Schlapp is the head of the CPAC, the American Conservative Union. He said, I said yes to coming to speak because I didn't want Matt to go against me again." He said, "My first major political speech was at CPAC 6 years ago. There was commotion." President Trump also said, "I would have come last year, but I was considered too controversial." He also said, "After all these years of coming to CPAC, you finally have a president who came." He also said, the pundits and consultants who suck up other people's money didn't think we would win. He said, "We are fighting the fake news." He said a few days ago, "I called the fake news the enemy of the people," and they are. Very split crowd, half the people ecstatic to hear Trump speak, half sitting politely, not clapping and looking bored. There were empty seats seen when Trump's speaking, but the word is there are a lot of empty seats everywhere at CPAC because attendance is way down because they went never Trump at the expense of guys like Jack Posobiec, Mike Cernovich, and others who did so much to get Trump elected, so there were empty seats. He called CNN the Clinton News Network. He said the First Amendment gives us all the right to speak freely, which isn't actually true. It just restricts the government. You don't have the right to speak, just for the record, at your job in a private institution because of the First Amendment. Like the other amendments to the Constitution, as we see what's going on in Bourbon Street, we keep in mind the other amendments to the Constitution, or at least the first 10 in the Bill of Rights, are about restrictions on the government, not automatic rights. That's a misconception. Okay, Trump had to ask the crowd to stand when he mentioned uniting the country under the American flag. What's the big deal about that, by the way? I mean, it's not like it's the national anthem. So, okay, it's just a sentence in there, so I don't know if I agree with that one. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. But Jack, this is awesome. Thanks for doing it anyhow. The crowd was silent when Trump mentioned bad trade deals. What's up? What's up? Hey, I'll talk to you instead. Hey, come on. We're just, someone's sorry. Hey, no, I'd rather talk to you than talk about CPAC and Trump's speech. I'd like to meet the people out here. What's your name?
Me?
Me?
Andre.
Andre. Nice to meet you.
Winnipeg.
You're from where?
Winnipeg,
Really?
Canada.
So you're loving this warm weather.
Yeah, loving the warm.
Are you a big
loving
hockey
Mardi
fan?
Gras.
Are you a hockey fan?
Absolutely.
The Jets are not getting it together, really. Wait, do me a favor, grab that guy in the Phillies hat for me. Ask him if he's from Philly. No, I'm from. Hold on.
Are you from Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philly. I want to talk to that guy. Hey, Phillies. Are you from Philly? Come over here and talk to me. Get over here. Okay, but we're with Andre first of all. Okay, Andre. So
What's this video for?
my YouTube, my Facebook Live right now.
Just when you get home? All right.
Yeah. No. I just do it for fun. People want to see Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Okay, so you came. Did you drive here from Winnipeg? No.
No.
Okay, is this your first time here?
First Mardi Gras.
What have you heard about it, and what are you expecting to see?
I heard there was boobs on Bourbon Street,
That's true.
and if you had the right beads, that you could see any boobs that you want. So that's
Yeah,
what
but you're
we're
from
here for.
Canada. I mean, I've heard something about the private establishments up there, which with a lot less effort, you could probably see a lot more than that and do more than see, from what I understand.
Not this colorful though.
Not this colorful, right?
It's a little more colorful than we're used to.
Yeah, you got something going on there. I don't know.
Yeah, I got this from those kids up there, as a matter of fact.
When did you get here?
Got here last night.
Okay, and how do you like New Orleans so far? Did you eat anything interesting last night?
So far, so good. Yeah, met a lot of people down there. Went to a Rasta spot, smoked some good Southern medical marijuana.
Okay.
And yeah, brought some more family members down from the States and having a good time.
Are you gonna? I imagine you don't get good crayfish up in Winnipeg.
I haven't had any yet.
Are you gonna try it?
I'm trying to get some.
It scares some people off.
Have you tried them?
I've tried them. I don't eat that stuff in my diet these days, but you're a little scared
It looks
of
a little foreign to me, but
It looks like an insect. Looks like little lobsters. You eat
a
lobsters.
little baby lobster. That's what they look like.
All right, enjoy yourself. Thanks for talking,
man. You too. Enjoy yourself.
Hey, let's talk to these people over here. We haven't talked to too many ladies yet. Whoa. Big, strong guy. Are you worried at the end of the day you may have too many beads on and you're going to want to go home at 5 a.m. and just go to bed and you're going to be stuck figuring out how to get them off?
I'm feeling a little Mr. T-ish. My neck is starting to get tired.
Yeah?
A little sleepy.
I don't know. I'm looking at those biceps and those shoulders. I'm not buying it yet. Maybe by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
What's your name and where are you here from?
My name is Mark. I'm from Jersey.
Whoa, South or North Jersey?
Central.
What part?
Tom's River.
So Phillies or Mets or Yankees?
Phillies.
Whoa!
All these guys, Philadelphia.
Oh, wait. Let's get the whole Philly. Can we get an Eagles cheer going on? Can you get your friends to do an Eagles song?
Where's
Okay.
Jay-Sean?
All right, we need this. No, you know the song, right? Okay.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Woo! Nice. So what are you guys, is this your first Mardi Gras or?
That's Mardi.
Who's getting married? Oh, hold on. You can't even see it. That's the problem. Okay, so what's going through your head as you come to Mardi Gras before you get married and sign the rest of your life away?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore.
Are you already drunk?
No, I'm handless right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Any advice?
What's that?
Any advice?
On getting married?
Yeah.
I'm divorced after like a 2-year marriage. Is this someone you love a lot?
Yeah, I love her.
Okay. How long have you two been together?
6 years.
6 years. So
Yeah.
it was inevitable. You're a young, early 20s guy.
No, she got me right after college.
Oh.
I got jobs,
so
I
you're
made
mid-20s.
bank, and she got me. Yeah.
And how'd she get you?
She's good. She's hot.
She's hot. That's
Yeah.
all you're thinking about. Do you think she'll be a good mother?
Oh yeah. She's definitely
Because I was going to say that's something good
That's
mother,
why I
good
went
wife.
down one knee. She'll be a great wife. Yeah.
All right, cool. Any thoughts about which is the least awful of the Philadelphia sports teams right now?
Least awful.
They are showing promise.
Sixers.
Trust the process.
Some are saying that the Phillies, who probably have less talent than anyone in baseball, actually have a shot at third place because the Marlins and Braves are so bad too. Anyone have a feeling on that?
I don't know. I'm from Arizona.
It's all about the farm
Oh, okay.
system, baby.
I'm from New York.
All right, you're friends of his too?
Same girl.
Did you all go to college together, or
Yeah. 1, 2. Same fraternity.
what college? Oh, so you're really from Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, are you engineers or something?
Yes.
All right, so you guys know how to party when you can, and not at work. Where are you from? I'm from near Philly. I'm from Delaware County.
I live in Fairmount.
You live in Fairmount?
Yeah.
Sure. What bars do you like up there?
It's on gentrification right now, but I live in Francisville.
There are some good bars in Fairmount,
Yes.
like near the Art Museum.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with the marriage. Hope it goes well. Cheers. And enjoy Mardi Gras. Hope you all have a good time. Congratulations again. What's that?
You were from Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh,
I mean, I lived in Philadelphia many years. I'm technically from Delaware County, but yeah, that's why I have the spring training.
Well, all of us, most of us live in Philadelphia now.
That's a Philadelphia accent I hear on you.
I have a Guatemalan accent.
Oh, you're from Guatemala originally.
Yeah.
Wait, now let me ask you, is there any, because that's a Catholic country for the most part, is there any version of Mardi Gras in Guatemala?
There is. Actually, it's closer related to what we probably see in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like the
It's a little
carnaval,
crazier than
it's
that.
a little more carnival. Well, I don't know, this is pretty crazy, but you know, I guess it's like a religious thing. Now it's just evolved to different things.
Yeah.
In my town in Guatemala, where we come from, it was more like a school activities, like different schools did like parades and things like that. And essentially, it was very like family oriented. A lot of kids playing around. Obviously, a little bit of drinking, but that's more for like the adults. I was a child when I was there, so I have like the childhood memory of it. So I don't know if it's different.
Here's something interesting. I was uptown this morning near Tulane, and there is a guy, Guatemala, they grow a lot of bananas there too.
Oh, you want to talk about Sam Samori?
Oh, you know about Sam Samori. But he was more Honduras than Guatemala?
No, he was Guatemalan. No, he's not. He was from Russia.
Well, I know he was from Russia and the
But,
U.S.,
he-
but was his main business in Honduras or Guatemala?
All Central America.
Yeah, tell the audience about Sam Samori.
So,
by the beautiful
okay,
house.
you need to read the book, The Fish That Ate the Whale.
Yes, I
Fish
read
That
it.
Ate
No,
the
no, I
Whale.
read it. I read
Yeah.
The Fish That Ate the Whale.
Sam Samori, he was a banana peddler who became the CEO at the time of the largest company in the world.
Yes.
So he was a strategist. So when he started in Honduras, and then when he started the competition was trying to go to Central America. What he did was, I'm gonna go ahead and buy land in other countries before they come. So he went and did that. And
Well, I just want to tell the audience something that you may take for granted. People didn't eat bananas like at the beginning of 1900. It was a luxury good. It was totally revolutionized.
Exactly. He made it. He commoditized it. So it became just a commodity, very cheap product. And he did that because he mass produced it. And when competition was trying to cut into his market share, he was always ahead of the competition.
Yeah.
So he went and bought land all over Central America. And that's how you might know from Guatemala. There's a connection there. The Fish That Ate the Whale is a good book that tells the whole story. It's very
Yeah,
good.
it's a great book. The Fish That Ate the Whale.
Yeah.
Anyhow, what's your name?
Wellington Carranza.
Okay, well, thanks. I hope you enjoyed Mardi Gras. Thanks for talking to me and
thank you.
whoever else is watching right now. I just do a Facebook live stream. Do you want to say anything?
We already sang the Eagles song. Go Eagles!
Yeah, are you confident about next year or not really?
I'm not.
Yeah, are you a little disturbed by Dallas getting so much better this
There
year?
are a lot of pieces that need to be put into place in the draft.
I would say so. How do you feel about Carson Wentz at least?
He had an alright season for a rookie season.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna jump on a bandwagon after 1 year because RG3 had a good first season too.
You remember Freddie Mitchell?
I don't.
Okay, he was a wide receiver.
84?
Yeah, in 84, because he had some strong feelings. He was making fun of people on Facebook friends with him. And like everyone was saying, oh Wentz, after they beat the Browns and the Bears, who were like two of the worst teams in football. And he was like saying, he hasn't proved anything yet. People were like, oh, don't be a hater, Freddie. And he was like, nah, I mean, he's okay. I mean, he had a pretty good year.
He shows some nice traits, but I would like to see a little bit more.
Yeah. Wait, nice. Have a great time, guys. Can you guys smile for Facebook Live? Just say something. Where are you ladies from? Connecticut. What part?
West Hartford.
All right, West Hartford. All right. What brings you down to Mardi Gras? You trying to find true love?
Yeah, true love. It could be you.
It could be me. I'm available. Could be him. He's better looking than I am. I would go with him. Personally. Yeah, I think he's got the inside edge on it.
Is this his phone?
Yeah. All right. Is this your first Mardi Gras?
Put it on YouTube. No, third.
Second. Third. You're ahead of the game. What did you come with 5 girls or something?
No, I'm gay. They
You're
love
gay.
me.
Oh. Well, aren't the gay bars up that way? Up
No,
there?
gay bar's right here.
The hot girls are right here.
The hot girls are.
Like Abby,
No, like tell us about what's it like being hot at Mardi Gras.
What's it like being hot at Mardi Gras?
What is this
Honest.
for? You feel overwhelmed. We all need a picture. We all need a
It
picture.
is. Wait, it is 77 degrees here today. That may be because of you guys, from what I understand. Unusually hot here.
Wait, okay. Is this his phone?
All right, ladies, nice talking to us.
We love you.
I love you too. Okay, sorry, I am. Hey! Hey, my friend again. You're just chilling, enjoying that cigar.
Hanging out, man.
Yeah, what kind of cigar is that you have?
Hey, nice cigar, Nicaraguan, hand rolled right down the street on Bourbon Street.
Cool.
Best time in the
I didn't
world.
mean to give your friend all the attention. Was there anything you wanted to say on Facebook Live? No? Just having a good time.
Oh, I got one thing.
Okay.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Not Mike Pence? Just
Nope.
Okay. There you go.
That's it.
Cool. All right. Where am I? Old Absinthe House. Okay, that is a different opinion than we're used to here. These ladies are definitely trying to get their beads on. Somehow I don't think it's going to be a problem for them today. You see more going on up there. He is trying to get her to take her shirt off, or lift it. He is offering big beads for those. I don't know if she actually... Interesting. Okay, we are going to now continue that... got an ambulance here. I'm going to continue that report from Jack Posobiec. In fact, I'm going to finish all this and just focus on Mardi Gras in a minute. Yeah. Not necessarily the place most conducive to... where do I put that in the trash? Where do I put it in the road? I can't even see what the hell Jack wrote. I lost whatever Jack wrote. Oh, here it is. We looked in this bar. Not going on there. Okay, Jack had a few more things to say, but I seem to have deleted out. Maybe it's in my inbox? Oh, here it is. Definitely not a big network here. So we were saying, what was I saying? Oh, the Trump quotes. It's already said, the Clinton News Network. The crowd was silent when Trump mentioned bad deals. Okay, here's where I was. Mixed boos and cheers when some people started chanting, build the wall. Only light boos when Trump mentioned the U.S. has spent $6 trillion in the Middle East. He says, we will repeal and replace Obamacare. He also said, I love Sweden, but take a look at what's happening in Sweden. Take a look at Germany, take a look at France. There were chants of lock her up when Trump mentioned that Hillary called American voters deplorable. Trump said the GOP will now also be the party of the American worker. And final thing from Jack Posobiec, again, thank you for doing this. Our party has gotten so much bigger during this election cycle. I won't say it's because of me, but it was. Okay, now I also have commentary from Lori Averick, who gave me something yesterday too. This is what she writes, short. She has nothing to say about CPAC except she cannot stand Jillian, or is it Jillian Turner. I don't mind having people who have legitimate policy concerns with Trump that differ being represented, but I do mind people who so obviously have a Trump bias being given a forum. Okay, we also have this from her. She says, oh yeah, she continues. She is now a Fox News contributor who was in the NSA for both Bush and Obama. Clearly Trump got rid of her. Very attractive, very blatantly biased. For example, she denies any existence of deep state leaks in the intelligence agency. But you have had ex-agents, including Democrats, come out and say that it completely exists. Okay, I also have something from Gil Vietor, my correspondent in the Lake Havasu City Bureau of Adam Taxin's Midday Report. He wrote, look up the story of Janet Nguyen, Nguyen. She's a Vietnamese-American Republican state senator in California, presumably from Orange County. I think that's where it was. And she got forcibly removed yesterday from the state Senate because they were doing some sort of hagiography of Tom Hayden, who died in November. He was a big Vietnam anti-war protester who went on to be a left-wing California state representative or senator. He died in November. They're doing some major tribute, like he's the greatest person who ever was. Big anti-Vietnam War activist. And she pointed out that, well, you know, the Viet Cong weren't so nice to the Vietnamese people. Like, you know, lots of them were murdered. In fact, she was a boat person who came here totally impoverished. You know the story about a lot of Vietnamese Americans. There's a reason a lot of them were Republicans. And she was removed. After she made the comments in Vietnamese, she said them in English, and they couldn't have any of that. Here's what Gil Vietor writes. Remember way back when Democrats were criticizing Republicans about how evil and anti-woman they were for cutting off Elizabeth Warren's mic for violating Senate rules? Nagoyan found out that if you violate the rules when Democrats are in charge, they don't just turn off the mic, they drag you out of the Senate physically. Who calls who fascist again? Finally, one more comment here from Kennedy McGovern. Oh wait, we got some action, some drama here. Tell us what's going on.
Ashing on us.
He's ashing on you.
Like his cigar.
That happened to me at the beach. I told some seagulls to not crap on me, and I said maybe I shouldn't be sitting under a tree.
I guess you're.
Where are you all here from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. My condolences. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to people. I do want to talk about it because it's interesting to people. When did you know there was a problem?
I don't really remember the second half of the game.
Oh,
I was under the impression that we won.
Oh, you said we're done, I'm going to start partying already?
Yeah.
Not always a good move.
No, not at all. Because then I woke up and saw the score.
Oh, you partied so hard in the first half you passed out. Right. Are you angry about it or just relieved you weren't there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Enjoy Mardi Gras.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit more of a balcony up here. You'd be crazy in a few hours to try to drive through this part of the French Quarter. But let me just read you what the government says and give you a better view than you have right now. Kennedy McGovern writes, this is about the New York Times' new advertising campaign. Them and the Washington Post both have new advertising campaigns. I haven't been drinking, but I can't remember what the Washington Post ones was. It was something about truthfulness. It wasn't the word truth, but it was something else. But Kennedy McGovern writes this, a correspondent for me in North Carolina. The New York Times has a new advertising campaign to let you know that they plan to start telling the truth. It starts out with the sentence, now the truth is more important than ever. I want you to think about that. This is the self-proclaimed paper of record. This is the publication that has long claimed that they offer all the news that is fit to print. This is the source liberals give us for facts in a great many occasions of trying to sell bad arguments. This is the place where something printed becomes holy gospel to all of liberal land. This is a big piece of the data set that liberals operate with when formulating their plans, which explains a lot. And now they are spending money on an advertising campaign to tell us that before, the truth wasn't all that important. Friends, I have known the New York Times to be full of shh for decades, but they stood up along with the rest of the media and called President Trump a Nazi for daring to state the obvious, that they do not tell the truth. I ask you this, now that they have been forced to admit that they have to rededicate themselves to the truth in order to find the truth, on what page will the apology to the president be printed? When a publication claiming to offer news admits that they have to change course in order to produce truth, what leads the liberal subscriber to believe that the new truth will be any more valuable than last week's not-so-dedicated truth? We got a little problem here. I'm going to wait a minute. I'm just going to step in here. A little quieter. Just walk into a bar. Okay, last week's not-so-dedicated truth, which apparently was so true that it led to a rewording of the corporate mission statement. Go ahead. I'm not in line for the bathroom. Like a church that keeps changing its position every few years to follow the whims of man, if your truth keeps changing, it's not the truth. I feel as if I am reading Orwell. A newspaper admits they have to change in order to become factual, plans to sell another copy after admitting that, and then does. This is mini-truth. Thank you, Kennedy McGovern from North Carolina. All right, I'm just going to go all Mardi Gras out, let you see the sights. Not that much time. I'm only going to do this another 10 minutes. Come back. Not even very crazy yet. It's going to be much nuttier Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and especially Tuesday. Now, there are parades going on all over the place, and that's throughout the city of New Orleans, even some of the suburbs. But this is the heart of the action. So this is Mardi Gras. People are drinking. We have a saint. We have a Saints Cup. They love their saints here. Go up one more block. See what's up. What's up, ladies? Happy Mardi Gras. Could I just get you to wave to the live streams because you're so pretty? Where are you all here from? Oh, You're enjoying the local stuff before the amateurs take over. Can you tell us, like, not everyone knows that much about Mardi Gras. So I was thinking maybe you could fill us in, because these are for the knuckleheads who aren't in the 504.
Well, this is the best day of Mardi Gras. It's a Friday morning Mardi Gras. All the locals, all the tourists come here, have fun. Drink up.
Okay, so this is Locals Day. Then you let it help the economy after that. Enjoy.
Thank you.
We'll walk up to Pat O'Brien's and we'll call it a day. Wait, I gotta catch up with this guy. Gary Templeton, really? Are you from? Wow, you don't see that one often. That you do not see very often. Rick's Cabaret, I think that is an adult establishment. A woman sitting there. Walk up Bourbon Street a little bit more. Yeah, this is the day in the French Quarter, at least, where they have the big parties for New Orleans people, and then it's all tourists for the next 4 days. And then it all ends, I think, at midnight on Tuesday night. I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon. Now you get a close-up. Let's get a close-up of guys throwing beads at people. All right. We got that going on here. People drinking, having a good time. They got a perfect day for this.
I need that meat.
So we got some sort of transaction taking place here.
I'll get this one and then go to the...
Oh, he's got the good piece.
This one is like my next one. Any of the other ones?
We'll take this one.
So we see a bead transaction going on. I remember these days. I was young once.
I am not doing anything.
Okay, can you explain to my audience what exactly just happened there?
He tried to bargain with us for a food place.
For a what?
For to see the boobs.
Okay.
And
The beads weren't good enough.
his beads, he wasn't willing to give them away.
Can you explain from the very beginning what the whole concept is? And let me just unfocus this a little bit.
Show your nipples and boobies for some beads. Honestly, go down there. There's glitter paint.
Now, based on what is the appeal of the beads?
What? Appeal?
Yeah, and what is key, by the way?
This is Tulane.
Oh, you guys are local, so you're not that impressed by this. Okay.
I'm not from. My mom grew up here.
Oh, so you're not from here. Where are you guys here from?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay, cool. And how do you like Mardi Gras so far?
This is our third year in a row coming together. I've been coming since I was 4.
Oh, so you're familiar with this. All right, enjoy. What's up, ladies? Okay, we got some dancing to Usher. I think this is a karaoke bar. A lot of college students here. See the people here. Then I'm cutting this in about 5 minutes. Been there, done that. More people up there. Comes all the same. Oh, got woman not wearing any shirt. I'm not sure you want to see that one though. Trust me on that. We got a cool. I'm gonna get this costume on here. We got definitely a lot of green going on there. Hey, we got the jester costume here. Hello. We got red in the house. We'll walk with Pat O'Brien. We got gold pants. We got shady storage. Wave to the live stream. Okay. We got no shirt there, but he's a guy, so he doesn't get any beads. And then think we'll call it a day pretty soon. Some cool costumes coming up here. So we got some face paint and nipple glitter. I'm not sure I'm allowed to put that on Facebook Live, and just trust me, I'm not sure you all want to see the representatives of that. A lot of beads there.
Right there, baby. That's Mr. T right there, baby. Check that on home.
What did you do for all those beads?
I'm a good goddamn man. I'm just a good man.
What makes you a good man?
What makes me a good man?
Yeah.
I believe in Jesus Christ.
What? Okay.
So people see the Holy Spirit on me.
Yeah.
And when they see the Holy Spirit on me, they give. They give. And I'm going to give back too.
Favorite book of the Bible?
Huh?
What's your favorite book of the Bible?
Psalms.
Psalms? Do you have a favorite
say
psalm?
everything. My Psalm 90.
90?
God, yeah, Psalm 90.
Nice and short.
No, it's Psalm 90. God will give you 10, and if you're really good enough, he'll give you 10 more. So I'm looking for my 80 years, baby.
All right.
I'm looking for my 80 years. I'm 59 now.
Favorite part of Exodus?
Huh?
Favorite part of Exodus?
Joshua takes over after Moses can't handle the people no more.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir. Don't worry about
Not only a good man, but he's got a great.
Don't worry about Justin. Justin's just a part of the atmosphere.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, bro.
I'll walk up a little bit more. Hopefully, I won't get lost. Why do I have the feeling I'm going to be ready to leave New Orleans by tomorrow night? You need a drunk 1 shirt, drunk 2, drunk 3. Hi. Look how well dressed these guys are up here. Hi. Very nice, very nice. What's up, lady? Where are y'all visiting from? Here. Oh, that's right. Today's Locals Day, yeah? Love your religion, doesn't it? More costumes up there. A lot of well-dressed people. Bourbon Street just continues and continues. Very well-dressed individuals out here. One more block, then we're done. I think you get the idea by now. Here we go. We see a transaction taking place